Hello, welcome to the session on Practice on Paper. Let us look at the objectives of this session. At the end of this session, you will be able to explain the importance and procedure of practicing on paper, explain the threading of machine, bobbin winding and loading, practice stitching in single needle lock stitch machine. The tools and materials required for practice on paper are single needle lock stitch machine, bobbin, bobbin case, needle, thread, A4 sheet, measuring tape, scale, pencil. Now let's look at the general procedure for practicing on paper. Take a paper and draw lines 1 cm apart under each other. Start the machine and lift the presser foot lifter and place the paper under it. Remember not to thread the sewing machine while practicing on paper. Place both hands on the paper, then lower the pressure foot and begin to gently pedal carefully. Monitor the movements of the needle and paper and the speed of the machine. Repeat this exercise until you have finished sewing all the lines. To sew angle curves, lower the pressure foot so that the needle is inside the paper and sew with horizontal lines. Practice stitching at the vertically curved edges and stopping the time lines and turning the paper. By training in this way, mistakes and irregular stitches that occur when sewing clothes can be prevented. Let's look at threading the upper thread to the machine. Before threading the upper thread, raise the thread take-up lever. This will make threading easier and it will prevent the thread from coming out while sewing. Thread the machine according to the points mentioned in it. Next, let's look at the procedure to wind the lower thread to the bobbin. First, turn on the power switch. Place the bobbin onto the bobbin winder shaft. Push down the bobbin presser arm as far as it will go. Wind the thread several times around the bobbin in the direction indicated by the arrow. Press the treadle. Lower thread winding will then start. Winding of the lower thread is completed. Remove the bobbin and trim the thread. Loosen the screw. If the thread cannot be wound on evenly, move the bobbin winder guide to left or right. Tighten the adjusting screw to wind more thread onto the bottom. The amount of thread wound onto the bobbin should be maximum of 80% of the bobbin capacity. Next task is to thread the lower thread to the bobbin. First, thread the lower thread to the bobbin and insert it into the bobbin case. Hold the bobbin towards left hand so that the thread winds to the right. Insert the bobbin into the bobbin case. Pass the thread through the slot and under the tension spring. Pull the thread out through the hole in the end of the tension spring. Check that the bobbin turns clockwise when the thread is pulled. Hold the latch on the bobbin case into the rotary hook. Now, let's perform stitch lines in different shapes on paper. Keep the A4 paper on a smooth surface and make sure that it is free from any wrinkles. Hold the pencil comfortably and make sure to have a firm grip for precise drawing. Select the pattern or design to draw on the A4 paper. Start drawing lines on an A4 paper. Or it could be simple shapes like circles, squares, triangles, or patterns like flowers or geometric designs. Begin by lightly sketching the outline of your chosen pattern on the A4 paper. Ensure that the lines are straight and the shapes are symmetrical, especially if you're drawing geometric patterns. After finishing your drawing, make sure the paper is correctly positioned under the sewing machine needle. Ensure that the edges of the paper are aligned with the edges of the sewing machine's sewing plate. Once the paper is fixed, keep the mark on the paper under the needle point under the presser foot. Start moving the treadle while you push the flywheel of the machine by right hand towards yourself. Continue the movement of the treadle with your feet. While stitching, control the paper with both hands. With the movement of machine, the feed dog will automatically transport the paper, but you have to pay attention to the needle and presser foot to maintain the correct line of the stitches. Keep full tension on the paper and needle. Take care that your paper is not caught in the treadle wheel of the machine. Save your fingers from needle while controlling the paper, as machine stitching is faster than hand stitching. In the same way, practice on fabric with threading the needle and bobbin. Let's recap the key points discussed. Practice stitching at the vertically curved edges and stopping the timelines and turning the paper. By training in this way, mistakes and irregular stitches that occur when sewing clothes can be prevented. Design and draw simple patterns on paper. This brings us to the end of the session. Hope you have gained a good understanding of practicing stitches on paper. See you in the next session.